Clearly defined goals will motivate us for the rest of this month as Mercury enters Leo today. There's a confidence, a courage in our thoughts and in our words. So sit back, relax, and let's explore the cosmic energies, and together we can gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy, how to utilize this energy, and move forward successfully today and every day. Hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and welcome to your daily focus for July the 11th, 2023. So, thank you for being here, and thank you for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. A big shout out to CC for the invite because I will be in Illinois this weekend at Good Earth at Starved Rock Wellness Retreat. So, Saturday, July the 15th, 2023. I hope you can make it. It's 11 to 6. And we'll explore areas of wellness through many things: reiki, nature hike, meditation. Now, on Friday at 3 p.m. onwards, I will be available for personal readings as well, and Sunday and Monday. So, that'll be by appointment only. So, if you're in the area, you want a reading for definitely a discounted price, this is the time to book it. If you are in the area, you want to attend, or maybe you have some more questions, feel free to email me, tarotwithtilly@outlook.com. I'll leave it in the box below. And if you're planning on, traveling, that you just don't want to do it all in one day, there are a lot of beautiful places available around the canyon. So I'll leave the info in the box below, and look forward to seeing you there. So let's start with the numerology. We have today an 11 energy. Now, the 11 energy is the teacher, the master number 11, the teacher. And the teacher asks things of us. It asks us to meet our obligations, our responsibilities, to walk with a sense of integrity, to cut away things that no longer have value in our life, and putting our focus, it's almost like making a promise to yourself and then putting your focus on that promise and moving forward. That's when the 11 energy comes in and takes over. That's when the 11 energy brings so much goodness into your path to really move you forward in the way you want. Now, if we look at the numerology of the day, it would be a 7 plus 11 plus a 7, which is a 25. And 2 plus 5 is a 7. So the 25 energy is success after difficulty. So it's knowing that we have to go through some difficulties in our life and face it head on rather than trying to look away or move it to the back burner, but to deal with it when it arises. And yes, it's difficult. Of course it is. That's why we don't want to participate in it. But when we do, okay, we bring in the successes. It's almost like little tests to see if we've really mastered that knowledge, that wisdom, that clarity, that understanding. And then the 7 energy is to stand in your truth. Many times under the 7 energy, we are trying to build relationships, bring in beauty and harmony into our relationships. And when we do that, we look for compromises for what will work. And so the 7 energy is standing in your truth, not bargaining a part of your happiness, your joy, what you need away in order to create that harmony, create that beauty. It needs to be a two-way street. Sun is in Cancer, Moon is in Taurus, and the big news was yesterday Mars entered Virgo. And the big news today is that Mercury enters Leo. So we'll have this energy with us until the end of the month. We now feel the need to speak from the heart, and we'll want to be heard. We want to be loud and clear in what we say. Leo doesn't just give us a voice, but self-expression through our voice. It gives us the courage to say out loud what we wanted to say, but we just couldn't bring ourselves to say it. Now, be mindful because we could speak without thinking, and our words can come extremely fast under this kind of energy. So try backing it up a little bit. Now, Mercury is also talking to Mars today, so our voice becomes even stronger when Mars is involved. So if there's any kind of negotiations, job interviews, maybe even putting off a conversation that you need to have, with a little bit of prep work, we can step towards our goals, our successes. Absolutely. So let's turn to the cards. Our shadow card for today is the Chariot. The Chariot is pulling it back. Many people think the Chariot means moving forward, but the true way to read the Chariot card is pulling it back. We're in a dark place, a foggy place. There's not a lot of clarity. There's not a lot of understanding. We don't have a lot of practicality on which way to go. And so we need to think it through. We need to pull back and think it through. We want the fog to lift. We want the sun to shine so that we can see our path ahead a little bit, so that we're not just going forward blindly. So today is definitely a day to pull it back a little bit. Think things through before you say, before you do, before you act on something. We have the Two of Cups. This could be new partnerships, new beginnings, new ideas, new aha moments, epiphanies. A new door may open. Under this kind of energy, it's about getting to know something new in your life, inviting in something new into your life. Now, if this was a personal reading, I'd say, oh my gosh, you're meeting somebody. And for some of you, that may be very true with this card in the first position. But for the majority of us, we are meeting something that we are going to become involved in. We're going to learn more about. We're going to almost weave ourselves into whatever this is. So pay attention to the new things that are coming into your life, because one of these things you will want to step into, you will want to learn more about, you will want to grow the energy of that talent, of that ability, of that relationship, of that task, perhaps. We have the Six of Pentacles. We haven't seen the Six of Pentacles in quite some time. But with our energy today of the 25 and the 7 energy, this is about making sure that our relationships have a balance, that there's a give and take, that it's not one-sided. Now, you might have somebody that drains your energy or drains your resources or your time, and you don't get anything back. When you need them for something, they just seem not to be there, or they won't give you the same kind of energy. Okay, so we have to bring those relationships into balance, and we have to understand which relationships we truly want to take forward. The ones that uplift us, the ones that support us, the ones that we know they love us, that we know that they've got our back. Those are the relationships we want to take forward. And those are usually the relationships with the most harmony and the most beauty in them. But we have to look at the relationships that aren't working. Maybe they're never present. Maybe you're never present. Ask yourself why. Why are you not present in that relationship? And you may find that more separation is needed, or it's time to have that conversation and come together again. So it's really looking at our relationships and how they come into balance. Our last card is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is usually when we want to go forward into something, there are things that we have to give up that we do like. Maybe even love. We rely on them. But we know in order to go forward, we can't take these things with us. And it may be short term. It might come back in later, or they might come back in later if it's a person or people. But we all know that we don't just keep, right, everything. Otherwise, we'd have our teddy bears and our dolls and our little nighties and our blankets and our soothers from when we were children and everything else that we've accumulated along the way. Of course, we release things in order to make way for new things in our life. So this is something that we definitely, we don't want to really step away from that. It's like getting you work on the second floor of an office building and you just got a promotion, you have to go to the 5th floor. So you have to go to the 5th floor, even though the second floor has become like family. You don't want to be torn away from a lot of those people. You've gained friendships. But you know, in order to keep moving up that corporate ladder, you have to go to the fifth floor. Now, that doesn't mean that some of those people don't stay in your life just outside of work rather than inside of work, or maybe you just see them on passing a little bit more often than you thought you would. But it is about separating ourselves from the things that we know are holding us back. But we have to go forward, we have to step away from it, and being realistic about that, and actually being proactive about that right now. We'll get an oracle card. And we have be spontaneous, 31. Be spontaneous. Okay. So be spontaneous is wonderful. Absolutely. But, with the energy today, I'd still say, we have the chariot for our underlying energy. The chariot is about just pulling it back. Maybe it only takes a second in order to get the clarity, the understanding, but you will be thankful that you took that second before you just jump both feet in. So we'll go to the 31. When you are busy, rushing, stressed, worried, or overwhelmed, it's easy to lose track of the simple things in your world that bring you joy. This is a huge nudge to remember to create some fun. Rediscover enthusiasm and fascination through adventure and spontaneous happenings. Engage with your life again and take in your surroundings, observing the importance of life to its fullest. Decide on something for the pleasure of it and see where life takes you. And we do have that moon in Taurus right now, asking us to take the time to smell the roses, taking the time to find the beauty within our five senses, whether or not it's the aroma, or it's the texture and it's the feel, or it's the sound, or it's something that you can see. Or maybe it's several of those things put together. Maybe it's just the feeling of a hug. But see the beauty in the things that are around you, and maybe it is being a little spontaneous then. And just the person that you normally just give a peck on the cheek, give them a big hug and say, I missed you a lot today for some reason. Couldn't wait to get here. And that's even if it's the same door you've walked through for the last 40 years. Couldn't wait to get here to see you. Okay, our animal for today is the dragon. The supernatural appears. Let's see if I'll be able to read this. You are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. Rise with dignity. I thought of the 11 energy right away and how that's there. It asks us to walk with a strength, with a courage, but also with an integrity. And you can shapeshift at will. We can all do that, okay? That's why those corporate Christmas dinners with the families didn't work, because you wear a certain face to work and you wear a face at home, and you wear this mask here and you wear this mask there, and when you're with the girls or with the guys you wear this mask, you're with the kids you put this one on, and we all do it, and it's just part of adapting to our environments quite often. But we can shapeshift at will. So what does that mean? Okay, does that mean that even though maybe you're kind of having a down day when you wake up, that you fix yourself up to the nines, like you're going to a wedding or a celebration of some sort? You look great when you walk out that door, even though inside you're hurting a little bit, because when you do things like that, okay, fake it till you make it kind of thing, when you do things like that, it does raise your energy to a certain point. So the dragon is here to remind you that you are supernatural. Okay, you are a spiritual being having a human experience. And so embrace that and know that you do already have the courage, the strength, the wisdom to go forward in the way you want. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.